Connection. What makes a horse choose to stay when they're free to leave? Penny is completely free to leave. There's no lead rope, no pressure. No one is asking her to stay. She could walk away at any moment, yet she chooses to stay. That wasn't always the case, so what changed? Over the last few years, Penny has completely changed the way I think about connection. Not because she's perfectly trained, but because she's taught me something I never expected. Perhaps connection doesn't begin when we ask a horse to stay. Perhaps it begins when we give them the freedom to leave. One of the biggest lessons Penny has taught me is that connection can't be forced. Everything started to change when I stopped trying to keep her with me and instead gave her the freedom to make her own decisions. When she could choose to walk away, she could also choose to stay, choose to participate, choose to investigate something with me, choose to stand beside me, choose to connect. Those choices changed everything. The freedom to leave is what gives staying its meaning. How is trust built? Connection isn't measured in years. It's built through thousands of tiny interactions. Tiny moments where our horse learns something about us. Are we predictable? Are we fair? Do we listen? Do we make them feel safe? Because while we're learning about horses, they're quietly learning about us too. Can touch build attachment? One of the biggest ideas that changed the way I thought about connection came from attachment theory. In the 1950s, psychologist Harry Harlow carried out a series of studies exploring how young monkeys formed attachments. The infant monkeys were given a choice. One artificial mother provided food, the other provided warmth, softness and comfort. The monkeys spent most of their time with the comforting mother, only visiting the other briefly to feed. Those studies were controversial and would never be carried out today. But they changed the way scientists thought about attachment. For me, they raised a fascinating question. If comfort and feeling safe can be powerful drivers of attachment, what role might touch play in our relationships with horses? Of course, horses aren't monkeys, and we shouldn't assume they experience relationships exactly as we do. But the question stayed with me. Reward-based training has been a huge part of Penny's journey. Food helped Penny learn. It built confidence. It made training enjoyable. It gave her a voice. But over the years, I started noticing something else. Some of our strongest moments of connection didn't happen during training at all. They happened afterwards, during scratches, massage, gentle grooming, or simply standing quietly together without asking anything of each other. Food helped Penny learn. Touch helped build our relationship. Perhaps the loveliest part was that it wasn't just me offering touch. Penny started seeking it too. Sometimes she'd leave her hay for scratches. Sometimes she'd gently rest her muzzle against me. Sometimes she'd quietly ask to be close. Touch wasn't something I gave her, it became something we shared. Whenever I've been away for a few days, Penny doesn't seem to want to jump straight back into training.
Hi, darling.
She wants to reconnect first. Our first day back is usually about scratches, massage, pampering and simply spending quiet time together. Only then, the following day, does she seem ready to train again. Then something happened a few times that felt incredibly special. When Penny was uncertain, she didn't move away. She quietly chose to stand beside me. Not because I asked, not because I had food. She simply chose to be close. I can't tell you exactly what Penny was feeling, but it made me wonder, had I become part of what helped her feel safe? Perhaps that's one of the greatest privileges we can earn.
Thank you.
Not teaching a horse to perform beside us, but becoming someone they choose to stand beside when they need reassurance. Why does feeling safe encourage curiosity? As our partnership grew, Penny didn't become more dependent. She became more curious. She looked, she sniffed, she thought, she chose. I don't think I taught Penny to stop being frightened. I think I helped make curiosity feel safe. What does it really mean to listen? For me, listening isn't simply noticing behaviour. It's allowing what my horse tells me to change how I behave. Every flick of an ear, every blink, every sigh, every choice to stay, every choice to leave, every choice to come back. They're all part of a conversation.
Good job.
So what have I learned? So what makes a horse choose to stay when they're free to leave? I don't think there's one simple answer. Maybe it's trust, maybe it's safety, maybe it's touch, maybe it's thousands of positive experiences built over time. What I do know is this. I stopped measuring our relationship by what Penny would do for me, and I started noticing what she chose to do with me. Perhaps connection isn't about asking our horses to stay. Perhaps it's about becoming someone they feel safe enough to stay with, because the freedom to leave is what gives staying its meaning.